So somehow, this boggles my mind. I'm one of the only people warning you about one of the most terrifying things that's coming under this Trump administration. There was a lot of chatter during the election, before the election, it became a right-wing talking point that, hey, we should probably do war with Mexico. Like, I remember the first time we heard that, I was like, what? Like, even for them, this is crazy. But they kept talking about it. It reached a boiling point. And then we learned that, hey, Trump's first day in office, he's going to sign an executive order which designates the drug cartels as terrorist organizations. Now, the reason he would sign that is because if you declare them terrorists, then he might not need congressional approval to start going to war with them, to drop bombs, do drone strikes, do airstrikes, maybe even special ops missions on the ground, like legit boots on the ground. That's the only reason why you would do this, right? And remember, the infrastructure around Trump, it's all the right-wing think tanks, it's all the Project 2025 people. And again, they're open about the fact that they're massive warmongers, on top of wanting to destroy the administrative and regulatory state, on top of trying to destroy the social safety net, on top of more tax cuts for the oligarchs and the robber barons and the multinational corporations. They're like, yes, endless war with everybody. Hooray! And so it drove me. I was like one of the only people talking about this. There was an article in Rolling Stone. They kept bringing it up. And then here we are, day one. Trump's in the White House, signing his executive orders. And it happens. Look at this.
This is actually an executive order designating the cartels and other organizations to be foreign terrorist organizations.
That's a big one.
Yes, sir.
People have wanted to do this for years. So they are now designated as terrorist organizations, foreign. And Mexico probably doesn't want that. But we have to do what's right. They're killing our people. They're killing 250, 300,000 American people a year.
That's utterly made up. That is completely and utterly made up. And by the way, if you wanted to protect the American people, we know what works. Legalize, tax, and regulate the drugs. If you regulate them, you can make sure they're safe. When you ban them, they get made on the black market, they get cut with all sorts of horrible shit, and sometimes people die. If you want to save those lives, that's what you do. By the way, the ultimate irony, as he's saying, oh, these drug dealers and these cartels, they're the worst, and they kill everybody. Trump has repeatedly said drug dealers should get the death penalty. This was a thing he would say all the time on the campaign trail. Well, guess who he pardoned the other day? The guy that the libertarians were like falling all over themselves to try to get a pardon for him. What's his name? Ross Ulbricht, I believe his name is. He was the founder of Silk Road, which was this online marketplace where, for one thing, they were able to sell drugs, right? Pardon the guy who made this online marketplace where drugs got sold all the time. And by the way, some people died from those drugs that they got, right? Pardon that guy, but at the same time say, drug dealers should get the death penalty. And also, let's go to war with Mexico. Let's designate the drug cartels as terrorists. And I love the like fake serious man, like, this is the right, we got to do the right thing. Oh, really? This is the right thing? War with our neighbor who's like one of our top trading partners, if not our top trading partner? Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Like has been reported for 15 years. It's probably 300,000.
I mean, look, there's just no logic here, right? He pardoned Alice Johnson, who was this sweet grandmotherly lady who was involved in some drug deal, and Kim Kardashian lobbied for her, and Trump agreed and ended up pardoning her. That's great. I love that, right? But you can't, like, pardon a drug dealer here, pardon another drug dealer this fucking week, and also say that the cartels and the drug dealers are responsible for 300,000 deaths made up, and that's why we need to call them terrorists, and that's why we need to do war with them. I'm not done. You say, Kyle, come on, you're overreaching. He's not actually going to do some military action against them, right? Here you go.
Cartels are now going to be seen as foreign terror organizations. Would you think about ordering U.S. Special Forces into Mexico to take them out?
Could happen. Stranger things have happened.
Could happen, he said. Could happen. I love hey, I got an idea, guys. Let's do a war on drugs. Oh, Don. The original thought in your brain. It's not like we've been doing that since the fucking Nixon administration. And also, by the way, it's not like top Nixon administration officials didn't admit, hey, the reason why we did this is because we wanted to crack down on the undesirables who wouldn't vote for us. Let's do a war on drugs and crack down on drugs so we can go after hippie white people and black people. This is what they said. There's a quote on the record of one of Nixon's top officials saying exactly this, that basically the war on drugs was a fucking political ploy to go after their political enemies. That's what they said. That's their own words. But this idea, oh, bro, how about we, like, militarily tackle drugs? How about that? Oh, wow, because we haven't fucking been doing that for decades and decades and decades with the worst imaginable results possible. But now he wants to put it on steroids, bro. He wants to put it on steroids. He wants to do drone strikes in Mexico or air strikes or send boots on the ground. Like, all the while, the Mexican government is like, fuck off. We don't want this. This is a sick joke. This is a fucking sick joke. Are you kidding me? And he said, could happen. When asked about sending troops there, yeah, it could happen. Wasn't it 5 minutes ago you were going around pretending to be anti-war, hitting Kamala and Liz Cheney like she never met a war she didn't like? She's a warmonger. By the way, we should do war with Mexico. That could happen. I could order that. The thing I can't fucking stand about the Trump era is that he gets to say, take every position on every issue, contradict himself on a daily basis, and the 30% of this country that are MAGA diehards are just like, don't see a problem with this, I support him. You support what? Which part of the shit he says, since he says both sides of fucking everything, which do you support? It really, you cannot stress this enough. For the percentage of MAGA that will never abandon Trump, it 100% is vibes. It's vibes. They've joined a cult. They like the charisma of the cult leader, and so they go, it doesn't matter if it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter if he's a good guy or a bad guy. It doesn't matter if he does good things or bad things. I love him. I'm with him. Accept it. This is how they think. So you can't reason somebody out of a position that they didn't reason themselves into. That's their problem. It's not our problem. It's their problem. But now this motherfucker has control of the entire country. So it does sort of become our problem, doesn't it? Jesus Christ, bro. Why aren't more people talking about this? I drive myself crazy, y'all. I drive myself fucking crazy. Why is this not the biggest story in the country? Where are all the MAGA people who swore up and down that Trump was anti-war? Where are they to say, I actually don't agree with him on this one. He shouldn't designate the drug cartels as terrorist organizations. He shouldn't threaten war with Mexico. Where are you, MAGA? Where are you? Oh, it turns out you're fucking nowhere. You already knew all the negative things about Trump and you didn't fucking care. You supported him regardless, right? So we'll save who we can save, but everybody else, they deserve nothing but smoke, bro. Because this is fucking pathetic. This is ridiculous. Like, the fact that I'm trying to imagine if Obama or a Democrat did exactly what Trump is doing here. What would the reaction be from the right? Everybody knows it'd be 5-alarm fire, everybody meltdown. Everybody knows it. But Trump does it. Nobody's even talking about it. And by the way, also, I have to spare some smoke for the mainstream media. Like, where are you? Where are you? In 2016, I was a critic of how they did the resistance, but at least they were resisting. This time around, like all of Trump's worst executive orders, I didn't see almost anything written about it. Like, why? Democrats, where are you? Where are the Democrats? Why isn't every Democrat releasing a statement condemning that Trump wants war with Mexico? Why aren't they quoting the things he said that were anti-war and saying, how the fuck do you square this with wanting to do war with our southern neighbor? Where are you? Where is the resistance? Where are the Democrats? Where's the media? Like, why do I feel like we're the only ones talking about the most important policy issues that he's putting front and center? Why? This shit drives me fucking crazy, dog. I feel like I lost my damn mind. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? This is what we need to be talking about right now. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.